Printing problems? Don't panic! We've all been there. You hit that print button expecting a document, a boarding pass, or maybe just a funny picture of your cat. But instead of the satisfying whir of the printer, you're met with silence. Or worse, an ominous error message. Before you toss your printer out the window, take a deep breath. Most printing problems are easier to fix than you might think. This guide will walk you through some simple troubleshooting steps that can often get you back to printing in a jiffy. Remember, you don't need to be a tech wizard to tackle these fixes. Just follow along with these clear and easy steps, and you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish on your own. Back to basics. Checking your connections. Sometimes, the simplest solutions are the best. Before diving into complex settings, let's start with the fundamentals connections. First, check the power. Is your printer turned on? It seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how often this simple step gets overlooked. Make sure it's plugged in securely and that the outlet is working.
Next, inspect the cables. If your printer connects with a USB cable, ensure it's securely plugged into both the printer and your computer. Try a different USB port on your computer just in case.
For wireless printers, things get a bit trickier. Make sure your printer and computer are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. If your router has separate 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz networks, double-check that both devices are on the same one. Still no luck? Try turning your printer and router off and on again. This classic tech fix can often resolve minor connectivity glitches. Remember, a secure and stable connection is crucial for your printer to communicate with your computer. By carefully checking these connections, you'll often find a quick and easy fix for your printing woes. Deciphering the printer's language status and error messages. Printers aren't exactly known for being chatty, but they do try to communicate through their display panel and error messages. These messages, while sometimes cryptic, can hold valuable clues to what's going wrong. Start by checking your printer's display panel. Is it showing any error messages or blinking lights? These can often point to specific problems like a paper jam or low ink. Consult your printer's manual for guidance on interpreting these messages.
Next, check your computer's print queue. This is where print jobs line up waiting to be sent to your printer. Sometimes, a stuck print job can clog up the queue and prevent other documents from printing. You can usually find the print queue by clicking on the printer icon in your system tray if you're using Windows, or menu bar if you're on macOS.
Once you've accessed the print queue, take a look at any listed jobs. If you see a job that's stuck or causing an error, try deleting it from the queue. This can often clear the blockage and allow other print jobs to proceed. By paying attention to your printer's status messages and keeping your print queue running smoothly, you'll be well on your way to diagnosing and resolving common printing issues. Section 3. Let the computer do the work running the troubleshooter. Sometimes you just need a helping hand. Fortunately, both Windows and macOS come equipped with built-in printer troubleshooters that can automatically diagnose and fix common printing problems. On Windows, you can find the printer troubleshooter by going to Settings, then Devices, and finally Printers and Scanners. Select your printer from the list and click on Manage. From there, you'll see an option to run the troubleshooter. On macOS, the process is slightly different. Go to System Preferences, then Printers and Scanners. Select your printer from the list, and then click on the minus sign at the bottom of the list to remove it. Then, click on the plus sign to add the printer back. This process will often prompt macOS to automatically reinstall the necessary drivers and reset the printer connection, which can resolve many issues. Running the troubleshooter is like having a tech expert at your fingertips. It can identify problems with drivers, connections, and other common culprits, often suggesting solutions or even fixing the issue automatically. Section 4. Ink, toner, and paper. The essentials of printing. It's easy to overlook the obvious. Printers need ink or toner and paper to do their job. Let's take a look at how to check and replace these essential supplies. First, check your ink or toner levels. Most printers have a way to display ink levels either on the printer itself or through software on your computer. If your ink or toner is low, it's time for a replacement. When replacing cartridges, make sure to use the correct type for your printer model. Install the cartridges carefully, following the instructions in your printer's manual. Improperly installed cartridges can lead to printing problems. Next, check the paper tray. Make sure you have enough paper and that it's loaded correctly. Fan the paper stack to prevent sheets from sticking together, which can cause jams. Also, check that you're using the appropriate paper type for your print job by ensuring you have a fresh supply of ink or toner and that your paper is loaded correctly. You'll eliminate a common source of printing frustrations.